Hi, my name is Melissa DePonio, and today I will be discussing and analyzing political advertisements that pertain to social media, which include Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
The Honest Ads Act is the best first step to stopping hidden foreign disinformation campaigns in our elections. The Honest Ad Act will safeguard U.S. politics from foreign interference. They will subject online political ads to rules that are in place of TV and radio, and they will allow voters to actually know who's trying to influence them. So they will have access to know who is actually buying their ad and who they are trying to target. The Honest Ads Act will not restrict online political advertising, it will not impede on the First Amendment rights, and it will not interfere with target-specific ideologies. And if you look in the corner, the companies that do support the Honest Ad Acts are Facebook and Twitter. Next, we are going to talk about the ethical ramifications of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Mark Zuckerberg stated, "In a democracy, I don't think it's right for private companies to censor politicians in the news." That being said, Facebook is going to remain committed to not censoring political speech and will continue exploring additional steps that they can take to increase transparency in their political ads. Twitter, on the other hand, will no longer host political advertisements. Political ads aren't a large part of its overall revenue. They only made $3 million in 2018. And also banning ads was a quick way to get a leg up on their competitor, which was Facebook. They will ban political content that has references to a candidate, political party, elected or appointed government official, election, ballot measure, legislation, regulation, or judicial outcome. Instagram was bought out by Facebook back in April of 2012. Currently, they have over 1 billion users, and political ads are required to report who paid for those ads, but they ultimately are still going to follow the same rules as Facebook. So how do these programmatic media planning impact these decisions? For Twitter, they will follow the Honest Ad Act. Twitter can still have ads that refer to political issues or candidates. They just cannot influence or justify a specific side. They must also show their tweets as being promoted, and these tweets also must be certified. For Facebook and Instagram, they will also follow the Honest Ad Act. Ads must be bought in the United States, and ads also must include copies of the ads, a description of the audience targeted, and the candidate or legislative issue featured in the advertisement. For the final question, we're asked whose actions are best, Facebook or Twitter, and why. I believe Facebook's actions are the best in my opinion. From a business perspective, political ads take up $300 million in revenue, so there's a lot giving up if they were to alter this. That being said, there's already so much reach and algorithms and analytics that are built up on Facebook that they already have a good platform for getting these messages out, that by regulating these messages, it's up to then the consumer, the person reading those, the person that is in front of those ads, to actually take it upon themselves and look and see, is this what I believe is true? Even though it's not fact-checked, do I personally believe that this is something that is true? Like I said, since Facebook is in favor of the Honest Ad Act, they can hope for improvement in monitoring their practices. But it's also when Zuckerberg brought up the idea of democracy, we wouldn't be a democracy if we ultimately do not have our own say in what we believe. The whole point of these Facebook ads is to then determine your point of view, and that is given your democracy. To add on to that, it is really easy to get a Facebook ad. I could go on right now and place a bid and get an ad if I wanted to, as long as it passed the certification. That being said, because Twitter disallowed political advertisements that justify one side over the other, it is really challenging for those that are nonprofits, or they're up and coming, or they're starting to challenge the higher up views. So it really takes a disadvantage for them if they don't have the funding to place their ads in a larger reach. The political realm is very cutthroat. So either way, people are going to find a way around this ban, whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on Twitter, especially with the 2020 election coming up.
it's just a matter of time. Facebook can try different ways to implement new security, new ways of checking if information is in fact true, a virtual fact checker, but ultimately it's going to take some tries and some tests to really figure out what is the best way to monitor these ads and give the best reach possible for consumers.